Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is the Therian Basebold with TGN.tv, and today I have Valiona and Theralion for you in 10-player heroic mode. Now, I'll assume you have watched our normal mode videos, so you know what's up. Here are the differences. Number 1, the encounter has a lot more HP on Valiona and Theralion, 48 million to be precise. Number 2, you'll need 2 tanks. Why is that? More on that later. And you have to avoid the Twilight Blasts that are being shot down by Theralion. So if you get the message Twilight Blast on you, you have about 1 second to start moving, and then you can avoid that 25k damage, which you should do because in this fight, the thing that might wipe you in the end at 10% is your healer's mana. So be conservative with your healer's mana, avoid that stuff. Now you can see on right hand side of my screen the Twilight Shift buff stacking up. When it reaches 5 stacks, the tank that's tanking at the moment and everyone around him in a 8-yard radius will get summoned to the Netherrealm. So number 1, stay away from the tank if you're not intent on going to the Twilight Zone. Number 2, you'll need to do a tank switch after the 5th stack hits, and you have to do that instantly because the tank will go to the Twilight Zone, and in the Twilight Zone there is no healing for your tank, so you have to switch as soon as the 5th debuff pops up. Another change to the normal mode: all these abilities, for example the Dazzling Destruction, will do maximum damage when you're in the Twilight Zone, so you'll basically be a one-hit. Now I'm going to the Twilight Zone. You see these pink blobs flying around. These are bombs, so, well, guess what? They don't give bonus points if you run into them, so stay clear and get out of there as soon as possible as a tank. We have our rogue down there. He's got lots of hots and a shield, and he's going to try to take down as much ads as he possibly can before he has to come up again because his life is getting too low. Now we're in phase 2, and again we have to spread out very much. No camps this time. All our ranged DPS are in a secluded spot. Also our druid healer is in a secluded spot. Everyone else is standing right at the tail of Theralion to absorb the meteors. Now if one of your ranged DPS guys gets a meteor, well, you have to run into the melee camp at the tail of Theralion pretty quickly, because if you don't do that, well, guess what? Instagip, you die. So again, be quick, react quickly, and don't sleep on the job. It's not that healthy to do. Now you have our rogue still down there doing his DPS thing with the little ads that shoot shadow bolts at us. To take note that you'll need to send one ranged DPS guy, for example a mage, down there as well at some point, just to help out kill the ads, because there are lots of them, and because of all these AoE abilities going off, your rogue will have a hard time hitting all of them. There's the Deep Breath coming in. Again, don't stand in the Deep Breath because you'll get summoned to the Twilight Zone, or if you're in the Twilight Zone you get instantly killed. Bad things will happen. Luckily the Deep Breath can be viewed quite easily, the direction of it, so you'll see me pan my camera in a second, and that's a middle deep breath, so move away. There are only 3 locations where the deep breath can occur: in the entrance, in the middle of the room, and at the exit of the room, so you have to assign one guy that says where the deep breath is coming in, of course. Now Valiona is live again, so again, blackout coming in, which means that everyone has to run into the middle at the base of Valiona's tail again to dispel the debuff. This time not everyone moved in. Well, that was a close one. Do take note if you still have the engulfing magic debuff, and there is 2 of them in hard mode. Don't run into the camp when the debuff is still active, and if you don't have enough people in the camp, don't heal up the debuff too quickly because you'll kill people. So yeah, you have to be careful about that and coordinate with your fellow players. We're at 40% right now. I'm at 3 stacks of Twilight Shift. 4th stack will be coming in shortly. Another blackout is coming in. Blackout gets healed. Again, try and move out of the way of Twilight Blasts. There are different options to turn on in Deadly Boss mods, for example. You just have to turn them on. The Devouring Flames are particularly hurtful. If you stand in them, you'll take about 50k damage per second, so you fail there, you die. I get summoned to the Twilight Zone again. Watch out for the pink bombs. And, well, just throw in a stun. And let's go back to the normal world. Again, don't get caught in the dazzling distraction thingies. That's bad. And just do your thing. This encounter is lots of practice. It's not very luck dependent, but you'll need to practice it a lot. So guys, if you wipe it, let's say 10% or so, don't worry, just keep trying, you'll get there. And well, basically the fight is going on like this for a long time, so I have a chance to finally start talking some random stuff. And one thing I would like to talk to you about is what kind of warrior videos would you like to see? I mean, I've been doing lots of heroic mode guides for boss encounters lately, but there was one guy, for example, that suggested that I should do a newbie guide to warrior tanking, for example, covering the basics that will allow you to tank basic, normal, and heroic instances. So what do you think about that? Let me know. Also, guys, what's up? What the hell? The last video I did had like 5k views, and only 40 people felt inclined to rate it. Guys, please, it doesn't matter if it's a thumbs up or thumbs down, but seriously, please go ahead and click the goddamn button. And that doesn't only go for me, it goes for all directors at TGN. We invest lots of time doing these videos, so the least you guys should do is press that button, at least. That would be very nice of you. Thank you. And I can only encourage you to do that. Or, even better, write us a comment. Tell us what you want to see, what you liked, what you didn't like. Use that option to get in contact with us. I can only encourage you to do that, and I hope you'll do so. Okay, back to the topic at hand. Well, you can see we're in the last phase of the encounter. Valiona is still flying around, doing her deep breath thing, trying to fry us. Well, guess what? She fried the gnome mage. And, as you all know, that gnome mage means one thing and one thing only. Juicy, juicy loot. So, combat res and let's go. Again, blackout going on, this time on a paladin who can just bubble that stuff away. Or if it goes into a mage, he can, of course, ice block without taking any damage. So use these abilities if you have them ready. Again, move out of the Devouring Flames quickly, because that stuff will hurt. And after one last Twilight Shift, this thing should be over. Yeah, well, taking down the last 1.5 million HP, and then we can go ahead and loot some stuff, and, well, that's why we're here, so let's do it. Alright guys, this has been Valiona Theralion 10-player heroic mode. I hope you liked it, and as always, please rate, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. This is the Therian Basebold with TGN.TV, signing off. Goodbye!